Welcome back to Living 808. If you've been thinking about installing solar for your home but have not taken the plunge yet, what are you waiting for? Luckily, it is not too late. I'm here with David Gorman, President and GM of Revolucent Smart Home. Hi, David.
Hi, Trini.
Okay, so it's not too late, and you know, PV solar systems are a smart investment, and people can still get tax credits, right?
Yes, I think one of the big misconceptions is that the tax credits are gone. We hear that a lot, and actually the tax credits are the same as they've always been. So you get 30% federal. So when you do your taxes, 30% of the cost of the system comes back in the form of a federal tax credit, and then it's up to 35% on the state side. We say up to because it usually equals out to about 20%. So for most systems, about half of the cost of the system is covered between federal and state tax credits. The rest is covered by the savings off your electric bill.
Okay, that is incredible. So for people who are maybe putting it off because of the price, they have to remember these great tax credits.
Yeah, people that say they can't afford solar, I ask them if they're paying their electric bill, and they, undoubtedly say yes. And I say, well, you're already affording solar, because if you take a loan out, you're going to make a loan payment after you apply the tax credits. It's less than what your electric bill was. So if you just, shift that monthly payment to a loan instead of the electric bill, you'll pay off your system in about 7 years, and then you've got no bill after that.
Now, I did hear you on Take Two earlier this morning with John, and I remember hearing you say that the price now is more affordable than ever, and that you can actually, for the price that you paid for your PV system a while ago, people can now get PV and battery?
Yeah, it's incredible. So just a couple of years ago, the price of the PV system by itself was about what the cost of the PV system with the batteries is today. So now you get, great savings and all of that, but also that emergency backup, which we've had some severe weather lately, and those are clients that have those power walls, sitting outside their house. They're not that worried about the power going out because they'll just switch over to the power walls and they'll be just fine.
And you are one of those people. I can imagine with the strong winds, people losing power, and then for the folks that live on your street, they're like, darn it, David is still watching football, right?
And I will be, too.
We're going to have dinner at his house because his, stove and oven still works.
That's right.
Okay, so, we've been talking about saving money, but that's not the only benefit to having solar.
It's not, and this severe weather, I think, reminds us, right, that what's happening to the planet is actually happening. And a lot of us got into solar because we wanted to do something about that and really preserve our beautiful environment, especially here in Hawaii, for future generations. And, obviously when you install a PV system, you're now producing your own energy, using that sun and turning it into electricity, and not having to burn fossil fuels and add to all the carbon emissions that, unfortunately, are leading to some of this climate change.
Sure, yeah. Going back to the tax credits, there may be people out there where that's not an incentive for them. Maybe they don't need the tax credits.
Yeah, so we meet, retirees, auntie and uncle that say, oh, it's going to take forever for this thing to pay for itself, or military that have, state tax exemption, or, business owners that have a really good CPA and just don't have the tax liability. And so for those folks, we have a Revolucent Smart Power leasing program. So it's actually through Revolucent, and it's our own leasing program. And we're able to take the tax credits on the behalf of the homeowner, and then we just provide them a low monthly payment. So they're going to have a Revolucent Smart Power bill that'll be about 20 to 30% less than what their electric bill was, and that's with no money up front. Or they can prepay all the lease payments, and that'll be about 60% of what the gross cost of the system would have been. So you get almost all of the benefits of the tax credits. We're just able to sort of monetize those tax credits on their behalf.
So that's great. I mean, so there are other options, right?
Yes.
If people don't want to buy, they can still get the benefits and lease it. Okay. So that's awesome. I know it's almost, the end of the year will be right around the corner. If people should do this now.
Yeah,
right?
so especially the people that are buying it and wanting to get the tax credits. And we get really busy at the end of the year because a lot of people kind of procrastinate, and then they say, holy smokes, I got my HECO approval. I need to get this built so that I get the tax credits this year. Those that are looking to lease it, don't really have to worry because they're not worried about when they're going to take the tax credits. And frankly, we're not worried about taking the tax credits next year instead of this year. So, give us a call. if you have, you know, HECO approval, you know, even if it's from another contractor, give us a call. There's still time for us to, you know, get everything done and get it built by the end of the year. And if you're interested in leasing, give us a call. Don't think it's too late, because we can just get it going, get your application in with HECO, and then, you know, build the system, you know, in January or February next year.
Okay, great. So you just got to get all the paperwork, everything in
Yes.
this year.
So the main thing is give us a call. We'll send somebody out, you know, no obligation, no cost evaluation, and then we can just, you know, get things started for you.
All right, David, thank you so
Trini.
much. Again, Revolution Smart Home at Salted Hour Kaka'ako.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Coming up, we head back to Chef Zone for Hawaii's Kitchen. Now, we are with Honolulu Coffee House today.